Hi everyone. Okay, today I'm going to be doing a reading on what makes you stand out from the crowd. So obviously you guys are into eclectic stuff and underground stuff because you're here watching this video, but more than that, on a deeper level, we're going to see what makes you stand out from the crowd. So for pile 1, we have Fairy. Pile 2, we have Witch. Pile 3, we have Alien. Okay, now, I just want to see if I can fix the lighting here by not falling over. Okay. Is that any better? Yeah, I think that's a little better. Okay, so I'm going to go through them one more time. We have Fairy. I'm trying not to focus on the tarot part so much for the portion of picking, but if that's what you're being called to, go for it. Again, we have Witch, and then Alien. Okay. So also for fun, and because I'm hungry, honestly, I'm gonna open one of the fortune cookies and just see how it starts off. Originally, I was gonna do like one for each, but I ate the other cookies. So, let's see. For the people that are joining, what is their fortune? I just saw 155. Okay. Oh my god, guys, I have 2! That's the reason I didn't do these for each one, because I only had 2 cookies. This one has 2 fortunes. That was caught live, so okay, great. What are they? A secret wish will be revealed to you soon. Okay. Can you see that? Is it focusing? I want it to focus so it feels tangible, so everyone else can claim that for themselves. A recent discovery will bring about great friendship. Okay. Wow, so you guys, you're getting a wish and a friend. Hey, somebody to share in the success with. Cool. So, I'm just gonna eat. I'm just gonna eat this. I move it. It's really good. I don't trust people who don't like fortune cookies. I just don't. Also, this shirt is so cute, but I stole it. So, this reading might be kind of short because I have to finish before they realize I stole their shirt. To be fair, though, I have the Fire Nation shirt, which is why they got this one because I thought it was awesome. So, it's like, commission, maybe? I get to wear the shirt once? Okay, so, pile 1. We are going to kick it off with you, Fairy. I don't know if any of you guys watch Adventure Time. This is Boba Sousa. Protects the cards. And I think I'm gonna get a few decks out. So I'm thinking the archetype decks will be fun to see, like, your energy in contrast to like the people around you, the group. I think this witchy deck will be fun too. What is it? I forget. Magical spell cards. This was actually my first deck to ever buy myself, like, of tarot or oracle. This was my first one. But I made my very first deck, my very first 2 decks. They were tarot, but I handmade them. Painted the backs of cereal boxes on the cardboard, and then I printed out the different pictures I wanted. And it took a long time. I still have them, but I don't know if I would get copyrighted because some of the pictures were from Pinterest. All of the pictures were from Pinterest, but some of them were copyright free and others no. Let's see. For you guys, I think I'm also... You know what? Let's do... Yeah, we'll do this one, and I'm thinking... Modern Day Witch. Maybe we should just use that for the witches. If you're afraid to use your voice, give up your seat at the table. I don't know. Is that for somebody? I know that's been speaking to me lately. Which, you know. I'm here, I'm present, I'm doing the thing. Even though I get nervous. Okay, and, should we do a different deck for each group? You guys tell me when it comes to the tarot decks. Because I'm thinking the Golden Tarot might be great for pile 1. Modern Witch for pile 2. And for pile 3, it's funny, but I almost want to use the Angelic one. Or... Actually, maybe I'll use the Divine, Tarot of the Divine. Oh, she's got titties. Gotta. Somebody does. Okay. So, oh my gosh. That's kind of funny that those go in order with their thickness of deck. Okay. Pile 1, 4 of Wands. Oh, shoot. I said I wasn't going to say that, but that's okay. I also think I'm going to be reading for you guys without my glasses on, so I don't have to worry about them continuously sliding down. Plus, also, I have to take them off to read up close, and anything that's farther than this, I have to put them on. So until I get more contacts, this is the struggle. Oh yeah, the fortune cookies. Okay, so I feel like we should open up the third one, because then it's like 1, 2, 3, and I'd like to see how it plays out. I'm doing it. I'll put timestamps on the bottom so you guys can skip all of this intro. Oh wait, let me do it on camera. You guys can see this one's more difficult, so there we go. For those watching the video, the live stream, now or later, good fortune for that's my intention. Be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can. Okay, cool. I'm spilling cookie all over my decks and my table, but it's cool. It's cool. Okay. I'm wearing pants, I promise. Oh, well. But you know what? It's almost more intimate to address it than to not address it. I don't know. I am going to go ahead and cleanse the space. Some homemade cleanser that I made. It actually smells amazing because I used real flowers and everything, and like put a lot of intention in blessing the water and charging everything. But see you guys green. All right, let's move pile 2 and 3 over here, and take my glasses back off. This is fun. So if I make weird faces at the camera or I don't look at the camera, I got weird flyaways going on. I'm blind outside of right here. Literally, this is it. So bear with me. But it kind of helps me stay in the zone too, because my ADD is crazy. So now it's just okay. Now, for everyone that chose pile 1, if you wouldn't mind consciously allowing me to tap into your energy, because there's honestly a direct correlation. I don't know about other readers, but when somebody sits in front of me and they go ahead and give me permission, the readings are so much more accurate. So you can go ahead and do that. Everything now at the highest vibration of love and light must leave me. Okay. Spirit guides, guardian angels. Can we get some cards for what's different about pile 1 in contrast to the crowd? First, I want to get a few cards describing you and your nature, I think. So, 1, 2, or 3. Spirit guides, angels, please describe those that chose pile 1. Their personality and attributes. I actually feel like I should have taken that one, but it'll come back out. Let's went to okay. Ooh, and Tower on the bottom. You guys Scorpios? Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I guess I can't see if it's focusing or not either, so... Sorry. Ooh, okay, hold on. Just off, okay, so 5 cards came out, but the 2 that were facing upright and poking out were the Sun and Temperance. So very positive, very positive. Temperance is Sagittarius, and the Sun is, well, technically Strength is Leo, but a lot of people do associate the Sun with Leo as well. But the Sun is the happiest card in the deck, and so it's giving me major Sagittarius vibes, very optimistic. And let's see. And not that you have to be one. You might just be somebody that's very just positive, optimistic. Maybe you like being outside, because I do notice both of these characters are outside, just as the fairy, and I see a lot of nature. So you might be actually very into gardening. The way that I'm looking at the water here and the cups, and I'm thinking about like being out there in the sun, being out there and sort of, instead of following the moon cycles, essentially it's like dictating your schedule maybe around being outside or something like that. Let's see, what are these 3 cards? Okay, so we have, this is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if I want to read these in reverse, although it does, that's the way they came out, so I'm going to look at it both ways. But 6 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, and 6 of Cups in reverse. So this is really interesting. You might not be very close to your family. You might not get along with your family very well, pile 1. Yeah, actually, that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like 10 of Cups in reverse and 6 of Cups in reverse. You might have like a lot of bad memories or just kind of like trauma from childhood. You didn't really have that happy family or that white picket fence. Like, you didn't have that growing up. You didn't really see that molded for you. And, so maybe now, instead of like, this is almost like, okay, 6 of Swords in reverse, though. Maybe when you were young, you had a parent leave and then come back, and it's like when they came back, it almost disrupted the family mold that much more for you. Or you don't let people come back. Oh. Okay, 6 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, okay, pile 1, something I'm getting is like, you might be really good at perceiving when almost like, especially with this tower on the bottom, I think you intuitively can kind of pick up people's subconscious nature and patterns. So with 10 of Cups and 6 of Cups in reverse, it's like if somebody pulls away from you, or they're treating you in a way that's just, it doesn't really honor you, other people might be quick to be like, oh, well, they're having a bad day, or, oh, they're doing this or that. And I'm not saying you don't have compassion, but I think you're able to see through even that part and be like, no, it's deeper than that. Like, maybe this person's not meaning to, but on a deeper level, they don't respect me. On a deeper level, they violate my boundaries. On a deeper level, they can't really hold space, or they don't have that capacity emotionally for me. And so it's like you can kind of see when people aren't good for you. And that might have stemmed from having to deal with a lot of people that weren't good for you when you were younger. But you don't let them come back in. And so if you had a family that, I really do get that, actually. I really, with 6 of Swords in reverse, I feel like this is coming from a situation where your family the family roles were sort of like reversed or jumbled or mixed. There are no clear boundaries about, so it's like maybe you had to take on some of the parental roles when you were young. Maybe you had to watch over siblings. Maybe you had to get a job earlier and to help your family in some way, or to help pay for the things that you wanted that maybe were deemed extra but were actually fairly, normal or ordinary. It definitely looks like it's weird because it's like coming from like kind of a very unhealthy dynamic, but then you have Temperance in the Sun, so you balanced out whatever this heartbreak was. But it's funny because 3 of Swords isn't coming out, which again is why I think it's almost something, it's not heartbreak so much as it's like a revelation, right? Like, because this exists before you, this dynamic like between your parents, or you're born into it. And so it's like learning to shed that, learning to transmute that, and to alchemize it. Very, very positive. Let's get some more. So I want to see, let's do actually I want to do some, the archetype. So I want to get one card for Seeker. I want to get one card for like the people around you, the group, the energy that we're comparing you to, and then I'll get a card for you and how you differ from that energy. Okay. Spirit guides, can you please connect me with those that chose pile 1? Can we get a card for the group? Whoa! Okay. So I like to finish my shuffles even when it pops out. Okay. How you differ from the group? Okay, well the group's coming up as prostitutes. So pile 1, you don't sell yourself. You don't sell yourself short. You don't sell. You're not looking to take the easy way out, not because you don't think that like you could profit from it, or that you could make money, or that like it wouldn't be easier, but it's like something deeper in you. It's integrity, but and I'm not trying to shame prostitution or sex work or any of that, but what I am saying is this is not a specific person or a specific situation. This is a group dynamic. So collectively being willing to submit, right? Submit into being objectified, essentially, instead of, well, I guess I don't want to say instead of anything yet, because we're going to get your card that's going to tell us what it is you're doing instead. But prostitute, light attribute, accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Shadow attribute, places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. Yeah, so pile 1, you might not have a lot, or you might not really worry about like, oh, having the nicest car or a nicer place to live. You're not trying to go on crazy vacations just to get a few pictures that people hopefully will like. And that kind of, I think that seems exhausting to you. It seems like a lot of wasted energy. And it's not feeding you. It's not feeding your soul, your spirit. And so I don't think you play into it. All right, let's get a card now that represents pile 1. So you guys know how they differ from this energy. Ooh. Slave, student, messiah, goddess, monk, nun, priest. Oh, okay. I wasn't gonna take that one. I was just hermit, alchemist. Oh, look at alchemist peeking up there at the top. That's temperance. And the fool right behind it. That's funny because I almost chose the fool card as one of the options. Oh my gosh. I picked this up and I'm like, I'm just going to put it on the bottom. I'm not going to actually like put it into the thing, into the reading. But on the bottom we have destroyer. And what did we have on the bottom over here? The tower. So it's almost like you can't get too wrapped up into material things, because this destructive energy might follow you around. It's almost like your angels, God's like, nope, not for you. Not for you. It's not conducive for you. It's not healthy or healing for you. They're just breaking it on up. And maybe you help instigate that to some degree and you know that. So it's like, you've seen how it plays out so many times for other people and probably yourself as well, that it doesn't even make sense to try and like hold on to it. But your card that fell out was Seeker. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That was I think the first one I saw that I mentioned. Seeker, light attribute. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. And then shadow attribute, inability to commit to a path once found. So maybe even like this this lackluster desire to go after material things sometimes perhaps even could drift a little bit into apathy, and maybe isolation is sort of, especially with 10 of Cups and 6 of Cups in reverse, it might feel, but it's like isolation that you're choosing. It's intentional. And I did see the Hermit popping out earlier, and a lot of the religious cards that sort of like the monk and my mind just went blank, but the ones that I would think of that go into themselves in order to sort of release themselves of all of this like baggage and damage, to do that destroyer work and to sort of elevate higher, get that wisdom that they're seeking. Yeah, what's on the bottom of this? Light attributes. Releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. And then the shadow attribute, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. I don't really see that coming out, especially with the Sun card and Temperance. But you might have had to get away from people, though, that were really, you know what I'm getting? You know what vibes I'm really getting from this? Pile 1 is like helicopter parents, that either you had to do so much more, like either you had to do a lot more because of an absent parent, or you were super like hyper controlled by helicopter parents. And like not in the way where it's like, oh, they're just wanting to do stuff for you, or they just care about you, but that kind where they're telling you how to live your life, and it's like, this is how you have to do it. And you might have even told them like, well, this would make me happy. I want to do this sport. I want to enjoy this hobby. I want to take this major in college, or this is what I want to do for my degree, or this is like a job that really interests me. These are the things that, that essentially light your soul on fire. Like, those are the things that are important, and they might have gotten shut down quite often by these people who seemingly are there to do a lot for you, but when it comes to actually providing you with what your soul is like begging for, it's like denied. And so it's invalidating. It doesn't matter how present you are there. If you invalidate the person, they're not going to feel seen. Then it's still going to kind of feel like some distance, some absence, or like, you know, just a lack of intimacy and that connection. And I don't like the feeling. It feels icky. The feeling that I'm feeling, it's almost like shame, I think, maybe. It's like you have to do this, or guilt tripping, that's it. That's the feeling. Yeah, so maybe you don't let people come near you because it's like when they do, it's often there's a hidden motive, and maybe that's why this destroyer energy is here, because either my phone's 20%. Okay, let me plug it in. Told you guys I'm blind. So if this destroyer energy isn't someone around you, maybe it is you having to bring to light the truth and having to go through like a lot of inner work. Okay, wait. Let me make sure. Sorry, it's wobbling, but okay. So, pile 1. I think I'm gonna get a few more tarot cards for you guys. Because as awesome as it is that you went through all of this and came out this happy, powerful person that can really alchemize any situation to their favor, you powerful manifester. I'm surprised the Magician hasn't come out, but I think the reason the Magician hasn't come out is because this is like more subtle. It's not just like appearing before you, it's more like, and you might have a dismissive avoidant attachment style. So dismissive avoidance, you don't feel in control of that situation, or like you could really see a positive outcome coming from that. If you identify more in your masculine energy, you really don't see yourself as being able to offer something to someone in this successful way. So what do I mean by that? I mean that you don't think that you have enough or are enough, really, with the Ace of Cups. You don't think that you're worthy enough right now for a relationship. And because of that, because I think that's deeply ingrained, like way deeper than you might even consciously, well, that's the point of the subconscious, right? Recognize. But like to the point that it's gotten out of hand to where it's like you don't even really like want too many close friends. You don't want it's like you don't even want to smile at the person across the I was gonna say movie theater, but it's dark, so like I don't blame you. You don't want to smile at the stranger in the dark pile too, so try harder. Okay, but also like with rescue, where maybe you were sort of put in that position before where it's like you rescued a lot of people and they burned you, and maybe in the past like you did think like that they would stick around and like be able to reciprocate, but they didn't, and so you kind of lost faith in that like completely. It's like everyone's out to get like for themselves, and everybody's so wishy-washy. Nothing's very stable or guaranteed. So yeah, I'm getting a little pessimism, but I actually haven't gotten your archetype card yet. So hold on, Reel in the Blame game. Spirit guides, angels. Everything not of love and light. Okay. Can we get a card to represent pile 1? Pile 2. Maybe there's a message in pile 1, but I'm also just super ADD. In pile 2, spirit guides, guardian angels. Can we get a card to represent the attributes of pile 2 and how they are different from the group here? That's funny. This card kind of bent, and I felt it, so I want to look at it. The God on the bottom, and it kind of makes sense with Rescuer and God. This is like, you don't wait for your destiny or stuff to happen to you. You make your destiny. But that might only include ventures that are sort of solo or individual in nature because, yeah, it's like you expect everyone else to stay in this energy. But let's get one. Pile 2. How does pile 2's visionary, engineer, those are standing out to me, but let's see which ones come out. Ooh. God wanted to come out again. I felt it fall out. I should just let it fall out, pile 2. I should, but it's like a code of ethics with me. It has to fall out on itself. It's part of the transparency thing for me. Pile number 2. There we go. Priest. Okay, priest came out. So, and on the bottom, scribe. Okay. Oh, you know what's funny though? You guys chose witch. So, that is interesting. Something very spiritual. Like, where spiritual practice might be involved. Okay, so priest. Light attributes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Facilitates spiritual commitments. Serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Shadow attributes. Violates the trust of your spiritual community. Seduced by your own spiritual role. Okay. You know, because of that, I feel like I should... I feel like this isn't my reading, but sometimes I feel called out like on a subtle level when I'm doing readings for other people, actually often. And so I feel like the God card needs to come out. But actually, let me just read scribe real quick. Light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. Shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. Mentor on the bottom. Guide and detective came out. Represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Mentor. And networker on the bottom. So I would say the message is fine as it is. Passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Okay. But what I am getting, pile 2, is, yes, rescuer versus priest. Because when I think of priest, I think of church, right? I think of the people who go to church, the people who want to be saved or want to find community. And even if it's not church, right? It's a spiritual home, a sacred ground, a sacred place of spirituality. I was about to say a sacred place of study. Somebody actually might be studying a specific spiritual practice. I know witchcraft, it has a lot of different types of, we'll say, study, but probably the most popular is the eclectic witch, right? It's just a little bit of everything, you kind of decide. But there are other, like it could be more maybe Wiccan based, wherein you're actually part of some sort of community, and maybe in the past you felt needy, and this is making you feel more empowered. But my baby girl's snoring or whimpering, I guess. She's dreaming. Let's get more cards. Judgment. Eight of Cups in reverse. I wanted to get more cards on like what the group does allow for versus what you don't, essentially, or the differing energy. Judgment, Eight of Cups in reverse. So you don't allow second chances, and that was a little bit prominent in pile 1, but this might not be necessarily with other people. This might be with yourself. Maybe you don't allow yourself to go back to stuff from the past. You don't allow yourself to, even if it was good, because Eight of Cups talks about somebody walking away from like something that they built up, something that was successful. It's not like, oh, you ran out of options, so you have to go. Not necessarily, or not like, oh, it was all bad. So like if you do have to leave for some reason, it's not like everything was laid to waste. There were gems there still. And if you get one part of your life working to where it could, not accompany, but maybe if you actually did move, accommodate. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to think of. Entertain. No, if you weren't, okay, if I think of the word, I'll tell you. But if you weren't in the past able to entertain some sort of gem from the past because of a different part of your life, a different circumstance was sort of overshadowing it, and now you can, maybe a lot of people would go back and do that, and you kind of don't. I don't know if it's like, if one thing is bad, everything's bad. Can I get a few cards as to why this is showing up, Spirit? What is it tied to? Everything is fine. Ten of Swords. Yeah, this was something heartbreaking. I don't know if you recovered necessarily. Something ended. Something ended harshly for you, pile 2. And you have King of Wands on the bottom, Knight of Wands under that. It's like something ended and maybe you just like turned off, like you turned yourself off when it comes to emotions. Nine of Cups and the Hermit. I just feel like, I want to know what this one is too. Sometimes cards just get my attention. I have to know. Page of Swords. I think what you want most, pile 2, is healing, because actually, let me ask. Because I saw the Star card when I was putting Nine of Cups in. Just like randomly, I saw some of the cards. What is pile 2's reacting this way? What are they hoping to accomplish? Oh, what are they hoping to accomplish? The Hierophant in reverse. You're hoping to avoid commitment. You're hoping to stay single. High Priestess, though, on the bottom, which is super interesting. So pile 2, you don't want anything. You don't want anything, but it's because you've been hurt in the past. And now you are viciously trying to avoid any sort of commitment. Any sort of commitment here. You don't want to commit. I don't know if this is just people or emotions, or if it's like everything. What's under High Priestess? Page of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Four of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Six of Pentacles. maybe you don't think like any of this is going to work out for you because you don't have enough money. And so emotionally right now, you don't think like anyone could really, it's like you don't feel like you could have an equal give and take with people right now. So it's like not being worthy of committing to a relationship. Like with Six of Wands in reverse, it's you wouldn't be successful because you don't have the means that you need. Actually, let me get your what deck is this again? The Witches, no, magical spell cards. Okay. For pile 2, Spirit Guides and Angels. These cards to highlight the attributes of those that chose the Witches pile 2. Everything not the highest vibration of love and light must leave immediately. My hair's tickling my nose, it's driving me crazy. Okay, for pile 2. What makes you different from the crowd? Ooh, we have health on the bottom. But what came out for you was harmony. That's interesting. Harmony. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. So you might be somebody that, I mean, we all naturally seek harmony, but like it might really, really bother you when disharmony is happening. So like when people are fighting and stuff around you, when ooh. I had an ex say something to me once, and it really threw me off. It really just wasn't. What he said was, every argument that you have in a relationship, the relationship gets weaker. It was something to that extent that, is basically it's always deteriorating. And that really kind of shocked me because the way I look at it is, well, arguments are really just an opportunity to communicate, right? It's a little bit more intense. There's more passion. Usually it's some sort of opposition. So passion and opposition can feel like conflict, sure. But also it's another opportunity to get to see your person in another light, to see a different attribute of them, to see them in their strength, to see them protect what they love, what's meaningful to them. And there's something about when I see that spark or fire in someone's eyes, even if they're, in direct contrast with what I want, but I can see that, like, that's them, right? Like, that's important to them, that they're standing up for something. Like, that's still, I respect that, right? Like, there's nothing to be lost in that sense for at least speaking your piece or standing up for yourself. Now, sure, maybe the way that you do it, now that could make me look at someone differently. Like, if you're out there just hollering, you won't listen to anyone, it's just you, and you're dead right, yeah, okay. I don't really see that working out either, but maybe the way that you look at people is kind of similar. It's like maybe more along the lines, if somebody's arguing with you or if there's conflict, it's because they don't like you, rather than the issues that they're arguing about, rather than the discomfort that they're bringing to the table. Maybe you kind of attribute, like, oh, if they're not happy, it's me. They don't, it's like they hate me. And that's not the case at all. I just want you to know that, pile 2. That's not the case. Like, maybe you just have a tendency to pick on, like, picky people, or high maintenance people, or overthinkers, or perfectionists, people who demand a lot of the world, but because they demand a lot of themselves. And so these people might not even see this as, like, being too intense or being too, like, much in conflict with you. They might not see that they're disrupting your harmony. And I feel like, but I don't know, pile 2, you just might not be really wanting to take that chance, or really wanting to take that risk with harmony. Like, this is just more important to you than the passion or the potential right now in anything romantic or emotional. And again, with the everything is fine, I do think something deeply, deeply disturbed your harmony in the past, and you are still probably healing from it. And it might be that you're healing on a spiritual level right now. And what I will do is let's get a few more cards. What advice, spirit guides, guardian angels, everything now of the highest vibration of love and light must leave. What advice do you have for pile number 2? Ooh. Funny King of Wands again. Oh, well, no, yeah, that doesn't go at the bottom, right? I had to think about that. Okay, advice for pile 2 for their highest good. I combine my words a lot, and I said for pious instead of pile 2s. So pious, that makes me again think of, like, the priest. But for pile 2s, pious. Or highest good, what advice? We'll say advice for pile 2's highest good, but in, like, relation to immediate action. Because maybe for your highest good, it is to open your heart, but maybe not right now. I don't know. So for immediate action in regards to pile 2 and their highest. Okay. And we have Empress on the bottom. Beautiful. And we have Temperance that came out. Temperance came out in the last one, I think, as well. Okay. We have 2 of Pentacles. Definitely right now it's balancing something out, pile 2. And we have 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So, yeah, that does make me think about, you might be healing and balancing out where you want to give your effort, especially in group settings. So I'm actually going to check something, pile 2, if I can find my glasses. Books, yes. I want to see it's specific. I love this book, by the way. If anyone out there is wanting to learn tarot, first of all, I have some great books that I could recommend you. This is one that I have seen a lot of tarot readers use. I think I've seen, why did my mind just go blank? Not Awakened Priestess, although maybe. I do like her. Conscious Evolution, I've seen her use this one, and she suggested this one, which is why I bought it, and it's great. It's amazing, wonderful suggestion. So I just wanted to pass that along. But let me see. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Core meaning. Building an empire isn't easy. Oh, this is why I have to check the books. Because what do we have on the bottom? Empress. Oh my god. And under it, what do you have? 9 of Cups. Oh my god! And then we have the star. Okay, yeah. The moon, Queen of Swords under that, and then it flips. So that's how I know the story's done. This is why I love checking. I don't care how many times I've read it in this book. I'll keep reading it. There's no way I could remember all of that anyways. Okay, 3 of Coins in reverse. Building an empire isn't easy, especially when all your hard work seems to go unnoticed. You're experiencing a plateau, which is frustrating because no matter how much you invest, business seems flat. Colleagues and friends are well-meaning with their advice, but don't trust everything they say. Outside opinions may interfere and suppress your progress. So, now we're going to read in the 4 different areas of life. They're quick little tidbits. So in regards to love, troubles with in-laws are coming to a boil. You can try avoiding conflict, but addressing meddlesome behavior with candor and kindness is the best tack. Money. Bad financial advice has you working double time to recoup. You'll get back in the black, but it will take time. Career. You lack faith in your own ability and skills. Rather than bemoan this sudden lack of confidence, pick yourself up and prove to yourself that you have what it takes to succeed. I also could see this in love as telling yourself that you do have what it takes to heal and what it takes to be in a successful relationship. But family. A family member confessed to a betrayal and it hit you like a hammer. It's okay if you need to take time to process the news. I could definitely see that being it. And also, I just want to point out the page number that this is all on is 101. So that might be important to someone. In reverse, overworked, mistrusting, plateau, and interference. So I think you're being asked to balance. Especially, okay, with 2 of Pentacles too. With that indecision. But 2 of Pentacles is upright. Upright, you may notice consequences of past actions surfacing. You might also feel like you're having to juggle many different tasks in order to maintain balance in your life. Luckily, for every low, there is a high. If you're in the low tide of life, hang in there. You're bound to experience an upswing soon. In love, you're torn between 2 lovers and perhaps feeling like a fool. Avoid karmic payback and do the right thing. Be fair and honest to both parties. Money. Now more than ever, it's vital to balance your bank account. You overlooked a small detail in your finances that could lead to big gains if you reconcile it. Career. You're at a crossroads and questioning your career choices. Consider a trade in environmental conservation or travel. You're going to get advice from a long-distance source that will give you clarity. Family. You've had to wear a lot of hats to keep the home in order. Now it's time for another member of family to take a little control. Let him/her establish balance. Upright, juggling, balance, renewal, karma. So I think this probably does have more to do with, this really could be a family member with this 10 of Swords here and the Hierophant in reverse. And the Emperor in reverse. There could be a male figure or a father figure. Perhaps even a grandfather or somebody that takes on those fatherly roles in your life. Whether that be an uncle, a grandfather, just somebody that shows up, and sort of takes on the power of structuring your life and not masculine energy. Maybe you learned recently about some sort of betrayal that they did. Like maybe they, this is such a weird and petty example, but like maybe instead of giving you like your birthday money, they like bought one of your siblings something like random, and like your siblings didn't even really need it, or like it's not their birthday was like half a year ago. It's like maybe you learned about that and you really needed it, or you learned that like they're talking shit. I mean, I hate to say that. I hate to say like, oh, your parents be talking shit, but like the truth is a lot of us come from toxic families and that happens more often than not. So that definitely could be something here. But if it is, if you found out like that somebody was sort of speaking ill on your name, or that you were having to carry like the burden of the work, and you were never really getting noticed, no one was acknowledging you, and worse, it's like they're still taking advantage of you, because you also do have rescuer. So I could see like this being a situation wherein you gave way more and didn't get a lot out of it. And so it's like Judgment, Eight of Cups in reverse. It's like, yeah, you built up this empire, but the reason you're not walking back is because those that should have helped you build it are still there, and they're wanting you to hold their hand and give you all of like what you earned. And it's like, those aren't the people that you want in your kingdom, you know? Ten of Swords, it's done. And so I think with Three of Pentacles in reverse and Temperance and Two of Pentacles, it's like now you're trying to figure out what people you do want in your kingdom, what people are you okay with investing in or allowing them to invest in you, right? Because you're wanting to have this harmony, especially again with Empress on the bottom. Yeah, I definitely think you guys are moving towards manifesting, cultivating something genuinely beautiful and divine. Like, whatever this energy was in your past, it doesn't have a place in your future, pile 2. It really doesn't. You recognize that. And you might have also had like a lot of people in your family that like to play the poor me boo-hoo card when you tried to like pull away in order to like manipulate you and get you to do stuff, or maybe you had exes like that, and you're not giving to it anymore, pile 2. You're just not. I mean, there's a difference between helping somebody out who genuinely needs help versus somebody who just wants to take advantage of you or just doesn't want to do their part, you know? That's what I have for you, pile 2. I'm going to move on now to pile 3. Our last and final pile. It has been really fun. Please let me know in the comments like what resonated with you. And feel free to watch the other piles if you feel called to. I'll put timestamps in the bottom of the video later. But I think for now, yeah, that's it. Moving on to pile 3. And let's see. Mentor, networker, okay. I'm gonna put those in there too because I remember those. Associations. Alright. Tarot of the Divine will be what we're using for pile number 3. I'm blind, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. Just need a second. Pile 3. You guys are fun. You chose Alien. Let's get into it. Pile number 3. So let me put these over here. Extras. Don't know how those got in there. Let me make sure. Oh, sorry. Pile 3. I might do a short intermission. Use the restroom. I will look for my glasses real quick. I don't know how to see if people are. Oh, yes, I do. It's there. Okay. Pile 3, I'm also going to include a timestamp on the bottom. I'll go ahead and throw this away. So, skip like 2 minutes. Oh, pile 3. My hands are still kind of wet. I'm just gonna try them. Okay. And kick everything. Ooh, actually, hold on. Pile 3. That did not burn up all the way. It's for protection. It's okay though, I had something else going. Okay. That should do it. Wonderful. Okay. So let's get a few cards. Pile 2. Spirit guides, guardian angels. Can we get a few cards for pile number 2? If pile number 3, if you will allow me to read your energy consciously, it definitely helps. And what do I mean by that? It's just saying something or thinking like, yes, I allow my energy to be read. Everything not of the highest vibration of love and light must leave immediately. I love how that can send goosebumps. Just multiple times a day. You say that and you'll still get goosebumps and chills. Okay. Let's get a few cards to describe the distinctive attributes of those that choose. Pile number 3. I was about to say, you guys don't talk much, do you? And as I said at the last shuffle came in, it was the Hermit. These cards are not wanting to come out, okay? Let's be more specific then. What are the attributes that pile 3 possesses that they also wish to be known by? Or go by, maybe. That's also the ones in harmony with the persona that you project. Seven of coins on the bottom. That's funny. When I asked that, it kind of made my eyes flutter. Not a lot makes my eyes flutter anymore. It's very reminiscent of my beginning days. You know you're tapping into energy when you start to feel that. And what was the card? 10 of Cups. Made my eyes flutter. Had to pull it out. Okay. Ooh, but 3 of Swords is what came out. This is interesting. Could it be romanticizing the victim role in love? Being the person that's so loving that always gets their heart broken. Maybe like, why am I always the person that loves the most? It's like the savior complex. And I'm not trying to pin any complex on you guys. I mean, we all have them. But that's what's coming to my mind. Is somebody that like always has to save people, or has to be. Let's keep going. Although with this alien, are you abducting like people and like they just need to know what love is? Which ones do I want to use? I kind of want to get more tarot, but no, I'm gonna get more tarot. Can we get some cards to represent the group and the aspects which in those that chose pile 3 differ? one was that wanted to flip? Ten of Wands? Maybe you like to rush in, like happily ever after, immediately. Or maybe you just always see the good. That's what I was about to say. Before you see the bad in the situation. And I have the Four of Cups in reverse. So it's like instead of being Seven of Wands in reverse. Instead of being like all defensive, like no, I don't want it. It's not exactly what I envision for myself. Maybe something comes along and it's like you never even really thought you wanted it, but then you see the potential in it and you're like, oh, this is it. I love this. And it's like, yeah, Seven of Wands, you lower your defenses. Page of Cups. I feel like if this is resonating, that this has also caused you quite a bit of heartache in the past. Very hopeless romantic-esque. For the world, for the group, in which that they differ from pile 3. The group. Six of Wands in reverse. Ooh, okay, I like this. Okay. Well, I think, hold on. Temperance! Oh my gosh. Temperance has come out in every pile. Okay, let's get... What's on the bottom? Seven of Swords. Let's get one more. Two of Swords. That went like crazy. Okay. This is interesting. So the Hanged Man and Two of Swords. So how you differ from the world? Well, the world, the group, is showing up as taking time to get a different perspective about something that was unsuccessful and wanting to balance this indecision. So let's get a few cards for you. How do you differ in this situation? What is it that you would do? Pile 3, sweet. I just got this memory of, like, this very nostalgic memory of, like, sitting around a fireplace on, like, Christmas Eve, like, in the winter with my grandparents. And it smells like their house. It smells like that memory. I don't know if that was clairgustance or the way the Palo Santo was burning with the dragon's blood. Ooh, Justice came out. So we see Strength poking out. Page of Wands. Oh, that's interesting. So the way that you differ is Justice, the Lovers. I feel like I need another one. I saw Emperor. Six of Queens. Queen of Swords. This Hanged Man wanted to come out in reverse. So one way I'm seeing this is the world or the group, and this is the way that you differ. The approach that the group is showing up in is almost like needing to get a higher perspective over something that wasn't successful, wanting to balance it, but more so balance the anxiety of the not knowing that whatever the situation is is causing. It's So it's almost like a willingness to make the wrong decision in order to be out of the anxiety of indecision, where for you, there's this justice being shown in making every decision, because the Lovers is also a card of making a decision. It's transparency, it's clarity, and this could very well to do with also like your romantic interest or partnerships in the past. Like there's a very big calling to bring some sort of transparent justice. So it's like maybe you don't talk bad about your exes, you refuse to partake in that, you refuse to indulge in like painting someone out to be the bad guy. I want to read Three of Swords from this book, the Tarot of the Divine, since they all have their own stories. And I'm curious, since this is representing you. Three of Swords, Crane Wife, Japan. It's a Japanese fairy tale. The Three of Swords represents betrayal. The crane wife asks her husband for privacy, but he spies on her, only to discover she was hurting herself to help him. His spying was treacherous, but so was her inability to trust him with her secret. Oh, that's sad. Upright, heartbreak, self-harm, sadness, grief, separation. And 10 of Cups. Oh, here. I will go ahead and show you too. In case someone wants to take a picture. 10 of Cups. Jolnir the Sea born. Oh, Jolnir the Seaborn. Persia, Arabic folk tale. The 10 of Cups represents true emotional and spiritual fulfillment. After many hard trials, Jolnir finds a happy, loving husband and has a child. Her brother rises from the sea, which often represents the subconscious, to congratulate her and celebrate her newfound life. Upright, harmony, reunions, security, domestic bliss, found family. That is interesting. So it talks about her having like this husband, right, that she loves so much she's basically harming herself for. And with 10 of Cups coming before this, I get that kind of self-sacrificing energy with you, pile 3. Like maybe when you love someone, it's kind of a pattern. You can't even almost help it, or you feel like you can't, right? Like you just start sacrificing parts of yourself, parts of your life, parts of your energy in order to make them happier, because it makes you happy to see them happy. But in the long term, I don't know if it's how much good it's doing you, but in the way that this is showing up is making decisions. But you know what's interesting? It talks about her placing these knives, right, in her, and I'm just looking at the one that the Justice is holding up. So, like, you very well might be trying, like, telling somebody, you know, like, respect my privacy, or like, you don't want somebody to see how hard you're trying or how much you're sacrificing for them with justice. Because to me, that's, like, a contract, that's a promise, right? And it talked about that in her card. And it also, you have the Lovers here. So I'm almost wondering if like somebody's yelling outside. I can't quite make it out. Justice and the Lovers. Let me get another. Or you know what? Oh, there's a hangman, but what? Justice, Korea. So Korean legend. Ooh, I'm not going to say that right, but you know, I'll just show you guys. Because I don't think I could say that respectfully. Justice is power wielded with both intelligence and impartiality. It is making decisions with all of the facts and accepting the consequences of any choice made. It is punishment of the corrupt and promotion of the deserving. Upright, harmony, balance, equality, virtue, honor. The Lovers. The Beauty and the Beast, China, Danish fairy tale. The Lovers card represents romance, opposites attracting, the duality and balance of carnality, physicality, and fire versus spirituality, emotions, and water. The pair emphasize the importance of communication and herald an important crossroads. Upright, love, harmony, trust, a leap of faith, choice. Harmony is, I think, in 3 out of 4 of those cards. Okay. So maybe for you, being in harmony with those that you love is the most important thing, pile 3. Maybe you're not happy unless everyone around you is happy. But you're also embarrassed to really reveal to anyone just how much you sacrifice in making these people happy. Clarify any of these spirit guides, guardian angels. Can we clarify justice? Justice is clarified by 5 of coins. What is it called? What is it called? Is it baby mama syndrome or something like baby mama? I meant baby bird. I don't know why I said baby mama. But maybe you have like a tendency, broken bird syndrome. That's to bring home like things that need love. Oh, Queen of Cups is on the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's like you don't want anything to get left behind. You don't want anything to get left out in the cold. You don't want to be the person that turns away someone. It's like fearing anyone be this person, so you're this person almost. What's under Queen of Cups? Queen of Wands. And under that, 7 of Coins. So I think that you probably do lead with emotions and then passion. Can we clarify the Lovers? Ooh, I saw the Star and Ace of Coins. Okay. Can we clarify the Lovers, please? I'm not sure if I can clarify the Lovers. Okay. Then... Oh. Well, let's do your archetype cards, actually. Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna get one for the world or the group, spirit guides, guardian angels, and the attributes that are different from how pile 3 shows up. That's a group. Okay. Oh, you guys got 2. Poet and lover. Interesting. So this is the way the world shows up. So lover came out in reverse, but I'm just going to read both. Well, okay. Poet upright. Express soul insights in symbolic language. And in reverse for lover, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. So maybe... Well, hold on now. Maybe I got this wrong. Maybe I have this flipped then. Lover, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Shadow attribute, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. And poet, expresses soul insights in symbolic language, turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. And how is pile 3 different from that energy? Spirit guides, guardian angels. How is pile 3 different? Everything not of the highest vibration of love and light. The throat just got all scratchy. Ooh, I have vampire on the bottom. I'm sorry, hold on. This is throat chakra. Ooh, pile 3, just 1 second. I want to heat my coffee. I appreciate that. Pile 3, and I'm not going to put that right in front of you, but I am going to put my dragon's blood in the protection. Chalice. That's the word I was trying to think of. Protection chalice. Perfect. Well, it's getting us where our guard's down. I don't think so. Go. All right. Okay. Everything not of the highest vibration of love and light. Spirit guides, guardian angels, can you please help me tap into the energy of pile 3 and those that will choose pile 3? Get a card for them, representing how they're different from this energy. Whoa, you guys got 3? Okay. So, you guys have Hermit, Goddess, and Child Eternal. Interesting. Okay, so Hermit. Seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. Shadow attributes: withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. Goddess. Light attribute: the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Shadow attribute: exploitation of the female nature and form. Child Eternal. Light attribute: determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Shadow attributes: inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. Pile 3, it could be that you've been in a lot of codependent relationships in the past, because we do have 5 of Coins coming in here with Justice and the Lovers, which makes me think of like committed relationships, and then 10 of Cups and 3 of Swords. My nose just started tickling like crazy. I think I'm gonna get you guys some advice, because truthfully I thought these would be a little bit more uplifting of readings. You know what, actually, let's do some of these. I didn't use these for the other groups, but, and I don't know how to say all of these words because I got them from the internet, and yeah. But pile 3, how is pile 3 different from the group? Spirit guides and angels, how are they different from the group? What attributes does pile 3 possess that makes them different? Ooh, Liberosis. The desire to care less about things. Interesting. And on the bottom we have Orphic, mysterious and entrancing, beyond ordinary understanding. Anything else? Whoop. Bolid or Bolide? A shooting star. That fell on Poet. Maybe you're very much now a, I don't know. It's like wanting to be mind over heart, but I think heart still rules you, pile 3. So if you've dealt with a lot of this in the past, maybe you did have to separate yourself and go it alone in order to free yourself of this, because we have Liberosis and we also have the Hermit energy come out. So you're good on your own. Honestly, pile 3, this is what I think. I think you might be introverted, so it's not like you don't need to be needed necessarily, but when you love, I think it's maybe a little, it's like to your detriment, I think. So you're good on your own, and maybe that's why you've opted to just continue on your own, because it's like when you fall hard with 10 of Cups and 3 of Swords. And so it's almost like you try to stay in a practical mindset and look at it from that way. And I think you've been healing a lot of this, or trying to heal a lot of the dependency that you feel on others, or even like the dependency to like have to help them, right? So it's like you don't need them, but you want them, and so it's like trying to break that. It's that subtle form of control, because it's like, I want this, I want to preserve this, I want to maintain this beautiful thing forever, and it's like loving it so much that maybe it comes back to bite you a little bit. Which, I don't know, it's kind of showing though that you've gone solo for a bit. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the bottom. It's the one of like changing your mind and stuff. This is what we're just talking about. Can you get more for pile 3, Spirit? This is the one that I felt called to pull to show you it, in case it resonates with anyone. Pile 3, I think your pile was probably by far the most cryptic, so only you were probably going to know if any of this resonated. I really can't tell. But I will roll some dice for you. Fly. And see what comes up. I'm gonna put that one back. So this could just be your sun sign. I'll say sun sign or moon sign or rising. We'll just do like the big 3. Okay. The ones that you resonate with the most. Those watching pile 3. So we have Aries. My voice is like going out. That's weird. Doesn't happen usually. And that fell in Lovers. And then we also have Scorpio on Justice. Yeah, there's something definitely kind of intense about this pile. Very observant. Very observant. Let's see. I think... last but not least, I want to... Here they are. I want to get an advice for pile 3. Just to end on. Spirit guides, guardian angels, what advice do you have for pile 3? This is more of an immediate action, like a call to action for what you can do right now in your situation to help bring you in alignment with your highest good. Those that chose. Wallflower, look for the crack in the concrete to find your way out. I hope that focused to some degree. But that is what I have for you guys. I think I'm gonna end it there. This has been a lot of fun. So please let me know in the comments if any of this resonated. That always, makes me excited to hear. So thank you again. And yeah. Oh.